Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and we're back with another episode of Coaster Spotlight. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at Dread the Boogeyman, created by Pixelated. So, stay tuned, and let's check it out. Alright, this was sent in by one of our Discord master builders, Pixelated, the creator who brought you Dread last month, the horror coaster. It was very well done. And at first I was a little bit confused by this submission because I thought it's called Dread the Boogeyman, but apparently he has made a placeable version that is different than Dread the horror coaster because that was a park experience, and this one is a little bit more compact, and it's kind of like a scary ride that you can place down in your parks. So quick look at the email, and he says, well, here it is, my first attempt at a placeable coaster. By popular demand, I made the Boogeyman segment of the Dread into a placeable 2000 object coaster. This one has, once again, a custom soundtrack, you know the drill, and he sends me a link to it, which I have not downloaded yet, because I'm just reading the email for my first time. So let's download this, good old Dropbox. Alright, quickly hook up the music, Dread Place 1, and there you have it. Quick look at the Steam Workshop, everybody, here it is, Dread the Boogeyman by Pixelated. Come over here, rate it, favorite it, subscribe to it. Let's get it more subscribers, let's get it more ratings, let's get it to the front page of Steam, because it's probably going to be very spooky and incredible, and we don't see too many, I guess, haunted house style rides, or I should say coasters. Alright, so he doesn't have too many instructions for this one. Let's take a look at it real quick. It's set to daytime. I've got it paused because I heard the music. Well, I guess I can unpause it because I want to get the people on. You guys saw me setting up the queue in the intro. The queue really confused me, so we can give it a look here. It's not as confusing, obviously, once you... Well, it's not as confusing as you're, like, looking at it as we're coming in. So Dread this way, and then you go up. So I probably should have looked... I mean, I didn't really see that little path off to the side, but as I was trying to set up the queue, I was a little bit confused because there was nowhere to go, and when you're first looking around, you're just like, oh. And then, because this wall has this little bit of undulation here, I thought, well, maybe you go out here. And I was like, oh, okay, so the path is supposed to come out here. So initially, when you saw me setting it up, I thought he just forgot to delete the wall here, and this is where it was supposed to go out to. But when I got out here, I was like, wait a second, where do I go from here? So I was a little bit more confused. And then I was taking a look at the whole thing, and I was like, why is there a hole here? And then I realized that the path comes up through the ceiling. So maybe what you could do is add a sign, like just an arrow, making you look up. You got some terrifying music playing, and then the exit just simply takes you on a little nature walk. There's a little cul-de-sac thing there, and there you have it. So this is obviously going to be a nighttime experience. So you saw most of it at daytime. We're not going to look through the building yet because of all the surprises. Here's the lighting. The queue's nice and orange, and most of it's awaiting us inside. Now, it is like a forest ride with the Boogeyman and all that stuff, so that's the reason for all these trees. And so you're going to place this off in the corner of your park and build some mountains around it and have it the spooky ride. Now, the only thing this thing lacks to me is a big scary sign. You have the entrance, the exit, so I would love to see, let's see if you're at 2,000 pieces. You have 40 pieces left, 42 pieces. Might not be enough for a big custom sign, but it would have been really awesome to see. I mean, you could do this with the 4K blueprint for sure, but a big giant spooky sign that says Dread and it's dripping blood, and then it says entrance here, exit here, and just to really solidify that it's a really scary ride over here and calling your guests into the entrance. And it also helps setting it up because people will realize that this is the entrance. They might have troubles with it. And if you do go for the 4K blueprint, you could even decorate this building a little bit more. You could add some AC units, some lights, a couple more windows. You'll just have a little bit more to work with to decorate the building. Not that it needs it too much, but, you know, might as well. If you have the extra pieces, you can go a little bit more ham with it. And that's pretty much all I have to say about it, so let's go experience the Boogeyman. Looking at the ride stats, everybody, it's a 6 excitement, a 4.62 fear, and a 2.49 nausea. It's a 100 seconds duration, and the length is 850 meters. So, we'll ride it in a couple different perspectives. Oh boy. Oh. This was one of my favorite parts in Dread. Oh, yes. The music's perfectly timed. Ah! Awesome. Look at all those people standing on the stairwell. That is great. Well done. Let's just check it out in track view. I love the Boogeyman. I'll give you guys a closer look at that so you can see how it's done. Some of you probably know, but I can explain it to you. I love that. That's great. Very exciting all the way through. I mean, it may be short, but it's really exciting. So I don't know if cinematic will work, but we can give it a go. Now, it felt like that cupboard was closing, which was interesting. I want to take a closer look. I think he just did that with the light. Yeah, cinematic's gonna basically just work outside. I didn't notice that big one at the back there. That's great. I'm curious to see how it looks all at daytime. This is going to kind of give you a behind the scenes look at everything because you're going to clearly see it all. So some smoke comes out of there. So I can explain it right now. Those Boogeymen, they're just done with oil. And you can see it a lot clearer in the daytime. It's just oil. Ah. I didn't see that last one either. I just saw the fire. Maybe that last one there, right behind the fire, you could backlight him with... I don't know if that would work, but if there was lighting around him, then the silhouette would show up a little bit better. So that's just one suggestion that I could give you there. But yeah, for the people that were wondering, the oil, those are just oil emitters spraying up. So at some point, he has a trigger telling it to go on. It's right now. So it's just gonna stay on for a certain duration, and he's timed it so that when the coaster gets about here, the duration ends and then the oil just turns off, and that's how the Boogeyman falls into the ground. So all these ones, we can see them here. They're underground. There's just 3 oil emitters, and they create the silhouette of a shadow. The one in the middle is just a little bit higher. So see, they're all firing up right now. But as it comes around the corner, they're all set up. and then the duration runs out on all of them. So really good timing in terms of triggered events and durations. Certainly masterful timing. Yeah, this last one, I would even put something behind it in terms of a light so that you can see like a lot clearer around the shadow, and I felt like this one in the middle at nighttime, I didn't really notice him as well. So if you could somehow do some backlighting, hide some lights in the trees somewhere, that might help it a little bit. Other than that, I think it was fantastic. Another great experience, and it's nice to be able to get a piece of the Dread experience. And if you guys haven't seen the Dread horror coaster, go check it out. It's featured on my channel last month. It was the first coaster of last month in March 2017, and it was like this, but a lot crazier and a lot longer, and it was all a whole park coaster. So it's nice that he took a piece of that coaster and just incorporated it to the Boogeyman. And that is such a unique, original idea, creating a Boogeyman out of oil like that. When I first saw that, I was just blown away. So I absolutely love what you're doing. Pixelated, keep up the great work. And it's great to see you have a placeable coaster blueprint out. So there you have it, everybody. That was Dread the Boogeyman, created by Pixelated. Links will be down in the description as always. And that's going to do it for this episode of Coaster Spotlight. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more Daily Planet Coaster videos. All right, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye now.